great days or mornings, evenings, afternoons, or nights, wherever watching this video. It's Masa here. Alright, so it's been already 6 months since I moved to the UK. I cannot believe it. Yeah, time really flies, doesn't it? Yeah. So today, just like I did it 3 months ago in my 3 months life in the UK reflection video, today I'm going to look back on my 6 months life in the UK in English. Because as I mentioned back then, I will speak in English to show my English learning progress. So I'm challenging myself to speak English in this whole video. Of course, I will make some mistake. Maybe I probably already had, but please go easy on me. Alright? Okay. Before dive into the main topic, let me briefly introduce myself for those who are watching my YouTube channel for the first time. My name is Masa. I'm 28 years old and I was born and raised in Japan. Before this, the longest I had ever lived abroad was 4 months when I went to the States for English course when I was freshman year in university. I've been living 6 months, so I've beaten that record. Yay! And back in Japan, I worked for an airline for about 4.5 years and spent another year and a half for a tech company. When I turned 28, I applied for a Youth Mobility Scheme visa, or IMSA. This visa allows me to stay up to 2 years with almost no restriction in the UK. I got a visa in January and I came here on February 15th. And today is August 15th, so it's exactly 6 months ago. What else? And I came here with one clear reason. I want to become cabin crew for Emirates. Yeah, that's my dream, and that's why I'm here. Not chasing my dream was one of the biggest regrets in my life. So, I decided to quit my job and I moved to UK, and to get hands-on study experience and learn English for my dream. And that's a little bit about me. Yep. If you want to know about me a little bit more, I posted my video on my first video on my YouTube, so please check that video. Okay, so let's move on to the main topic. Today I want to tell you 3 stories from my life. That's it. No big deal. Just 3 stories. My first story is about connecting the dots. No. My first story is about life in the UK. Just like I did 3 months ago, I will speak about life in the UK, my work, and my dream. And I will give score as well. So for life in the UK, I will give score myself 100 out of 100. Yeah, it's perfect. What made my experience so great is the people I've met. I've been so lucky that I meet so many amazing people, from nice colleagues, cycling mates from Rafa, and most importantly, Japanese friends in the UK. Starting with Taku-san, one of the most famous YouTuber in the UK. He helped me a lot when I got here. He was kind of a game changer. And, at first I was planning to live in Brighton, but I couldn't find any job there. I printed out like 50 CVs and handed them out almost every cafe and restaurant. But no one replied, no one called me back. Of course, I applied on Indeed, but no one, yeah. So I tried to find job for about 2 weeks, but I couldn't find. So, I decided to move to London to seek more opportunity, and I got a job here as a bartender and barista. And I've been working for about 5 months and a half, yeah. Anyway, so Taku-san hold like gathering event every month in London, and I attended one of the event, and I made some friends through him, and I went to Mallorca in Spain. It's a small island in Spain with 5 Japanese friends. We rented an Airbnb, and we had a barbecue there. We saw an ocean. We stayed up all night talking. Yeah, like 3 a.m. in the morning. It was so sleepy. Anyway, it was so fun. Yeah, I can say that was the most, most memorable trip I've ever done. Yeah. So I want to say thank you for my friends. Yeah. I mean, before coming to the UK, I was thinking like I wouldn't make any Japanese friends. I mean, I should avoid to make Japanese friends because I should focus on speaking English more than making Japanese friends or speaking Japanese. But that was completely a wrong idea. Yeah, completely wrong. Yeah, I realized I need someone who can trust, who can communicate in Japanese. We have to help each other. If you live in overseas for a long period, it's not like travel. It's not like a week trip. So you have to live here, and it's completely different compared to Japan. Yeah, it's fine. Finding an apartment is hard, and of course job is hard. Everything is hard here. What I want to say was the making Japanese friend is so important, and I'm glad that I have a nice Japanese friend now. Another reason that I can give 100 score is the cycling, one of my hobby. I went to Amsterdam by bike from London. It took 4 days. To get to the Amsterdam. I cycled from London to France to Belgium to the Netherlands. Yeah. Can you see this? Yeah. I got sunburn like this. Anyway, we cycled around 550 kilometers in 4 days. So it's like near 130 kilometers every day. And I met a friend in the UK. So my friend and I went to cycling into Amsterdam, London to Amsterdam. Yeah, and that was also one of my dream to cycle on another country with my bike. So I made it. One of my bucket list is checked. How do you say this? Checked. I don't know. Anyway, completed. So there are so many reasons that I'm happy to live in the UK. But yeah, let's move on to the next topic. I spoke around 10 minutes. So second story is about my walk in the UK. I'll give score 80 out of 100 for walk. Yep. As I mentioned earlier, I work as a barista and bartender in London for about 5 months and a half. And these days, I can make latte art constantly, and I can explain the basics of wine. And also, I can make cocktails without looking at the recipe. I had an experience working at a cafe when I was at university, but I didn't have any idea about cocktails because I usually drink just beer or wine. Yeah, anyway, so I can make cocktails and a latte art, and I explained the wine. Yeah, which is quite an improvement. And I've also made a lot of operational improvements. Like I redesigned the POS system to make it easier to use, which can speed up the operation. And also I made recipe card, recipe sheet for cocktails, which we didn't have for past 2 years. Can't believe it, in it. So this, with this recipe, everyone can make drinks with same quality, and with confidence as well. I made another improvements, but about my workplace, to be honest, it's not the best place for work, because my boss, my manager, is not motivated person for work. So no matter how I try work hard and try to make more money, he doesn't really care about it. But this in a way, this challenging working environment gives me the story for the interview. There's so many problems here, so I fix the problem. I try to fix the problem with colleagues. I can use this experience for interview. I appreciate it for that manager. I don't want to complain this on my YouTube, but I've been working hard. I worked about 200 hours last month, and I make around 2,000 pounds after tax. Almost a month. And I save around 700 to 800 pounds every month, which is roughly around 150,000 Japanese yen every month. But now I want to buy a mirrorless camera, which costs around 3,000 pounds or 4,000 pounds. So I'm not sure I should buy or should save it. I recently read a book, Die with Zero. So should I die with zero or should I save it? Anyway, I work hard. I made an improvement for work, and I can make latte art, and I make customer happy. So I can give 180. But the reason for minus 20 is the working environment. I'm not sure I should change the job or stay in here. You'll see. Okay, that's all about. I don't have any story for my work. Let's move on to the final. Alright, so finally, let's talk about my dream. I'll give myself score for my dream 70 out of 100. As I mentioned earlier, my ultimate goal is to become cabin crew for Emirates. That's actually the main reason that I moved to the UK. I wanted to immerse myself in English, gain real hospitality experience, and push myself out of comfort zone. And past 3 months, I've been living as productively as possible. I wake up early, I go to the gym, study English, prepare for the interview, and talk with ChatGPT for an hour, every day. And also limit using social media, like Instagram. I used to check reels a few hours a day. I didn't want to do that. So I set limit for 15 minutes per day. And now I focus on my dream. I've tried to design my lifestyle so everything I do moves to me step closer for my dream. And 2 weeks ago, I finally took a lesson from a former Emirates cabin crew. She helped me to refine my CV, and also we had interview lesson. She helped me if you had an interview lesson. And yeah, I think I realized I should take that lesson earlier. Because, to know about what kind of, question they ask and how should I answer is the important, Yeah. And anyway, I'm excited to say this. I am taking my very first open day, which is Emirates hiring event. And to be honest, I'm not fully prepared yet, but I've come to accept that never going to be a perfect moment. If you wait for it, you just keep waiting forever. So I just going to go for it and give it my all. Yeah. No matter the outcome, I know every step, bit of effort is bringing me closer to my dream. Yeah. So just wish me luck. I do my best. I'm excited. I'm also nervous. I dream about it lately. Okay, so this is my reflection of my past 6 months, my past 3 months life in UK. Okay. はい。ということで、ちょっとね、ここからは日本語でちょっとね、改めてちょっとだけ、振り返りたいなと思います。はい。ということで、イギリス生活については本当にもう満足のいくことで、本当にね、ありがたいことに、毎日楽しく過ごしておりますと。はい。で、仕事についても、なかなかね、課題のある職場なんですけど、それを逆にプラスに捉えて、この課題を解決していく、プロセスっていうのを、面接で話せる、材料を与えてくれてるというふうに今は捉えて、日々頑張っております。はい。貯金も、そこそこ、溜まってきて、仕事も、プライベートも両立してという感じに、ですね。あと、最後の夢については、今後数週間のうちにですね、MAS のオープンデーっていう、採用イベントに参加して、面接を受ける予定です。はい。まだまだね、準備不足なところはあるんですけど、とりあえずやってみようというところで、失敗からね、入れるところもたくさんあると思うので、一発で来ることを願ってはいるんですけど、はい。とりあえず、頑張ってこようかなというふうに思います。はい。ということで、最後までね、見てくださってありがとうございます。はい。Thank you for watching until the end, and I do my best for my interview. Wish me luck. So, bye. Thank you. See you later.